Hi there, welcome back to Two Old Time and our special guest, classic car collector, George Sparky Anderson.
Now, Sparky, you've been restoring automobiles for 30 years. How are classic cars different from modern cars?
They're older, Al. I mean, you gotta be at least 25 years old to be a classic car, right, Tim? That's right.
And they don't have the features, cruise control, anti-lock brakes, airbags.
They drive like trucks. Sometimes they get worse mileage and they're harder on the environment.
Then why would anyone want a classic car?
Because they're cool. I mean, these aren't just vehicles, Al. These are works of art. I mean, Tim, what would you rather own? A Buick or a Botticelli? A Buick. It's hard to get Italian parts.
You're right, Tim, you're right. In order to demonstrate, I brought along a video that shows some of my favorite classic automobiles.
I need a video monitor, please. Thank you, Heidi. Let's take a look.
Oh, look at that beauty. 48 Olds Coupe. 4,000 pounds of Detroit steel storming down the street.
Boy, reminds me of Al's mom looking for a smorgasbord.
Well, I'll tell you, if I was to buy a classic car, you know what it would be?
What, Al?
An Alfa Romeo.
Moving right along here, that's a 55 Chevy Bel Air, isn't it?
Oh, look at that grill. She almost looks like she's smiling at you.
I tell you, the first time I was in the backseat of one of those, I was smiling.
You were with a girl.
No, I was just happy to be in the backseat.
Well, you know, I was just kidding about the Alfa Romeo. What I'd really like is a Cadillac Eldorado. Or maybe an Al Camino. How about a Mercedes 280 SL?
Well, let's move on to the next car, Tim. Before we do that, let me ask you a question. Let's say a guy bends over backwards to give another guy a 52 Studebaker Commander.
Oh, I love that car.
The design it is. And that same guy offered to restore it for the first guy.
I love that guy.
That's right. And then the second guy has a distant relative show up, let's say, a niece. Who are you spending time with? The niece or the car?
Oh, please, Tim. Isn't it obvious?
Just to even tell the audience.
I spend time with the niece. Nothing more important than family, right, Tim?
Yes, exactly my point. Of course it was. We'll be back with more questions and answers after these messages.
Binford is proud to welcome our new sponsor, Saginaw Cheese.
Cheese, it's good.
What smells? It's Brad. What have you been doing, rolling around in carpet freshener?
It's my new scent, patchouli. I happen to know Willow likes it, and I'm going to ask her to go to the coffee house with me.
Better ask for a table outside. So what makes you think she's going to want to go to a coffee house with you?
Because after a guy like Sergey, she's going to want a man that makes her feel secure and centered.
Like a high school junior who reeks?
Maybe I should wash some of this stuff off. It's starting to feel a little dizzy.
Hi, guys. Oh, thanks for vacuuming.
Hey,
Hi.
you know, there's a guy on Tool Time this morning that shares your point of view.
That all watermelons should be seedless?
No, that spending time with one's niece is as important as spending time with one's classic car.
Oh, well done. Wilson is having such a good time with Willow being here. They've been going to museums and poetry reading. Last night, they went to the Estonian Comedy Festival.
Yes, they're famous for their comedy over there. I am Yergi. Welcome to the show. I stayed at a hotel so small, my goat had to sleep standing up. But I kid.
No, Willow, she's just like the daughter that Wilson never had. You know, it's the best thing that ever happened to him.
Yeah, there's Yergi. I'm gonna go talk to him. I'm gonna tell him there's no rush to fix up that Studebaker. I'm ready whenever he's ready. Hey, Wilson?
You he's out getting his costume for the Renaissance fair we're going to tonight.
Hi, Willow. That sounds like fun.
Yeah, so did the Ethiopian puppet show and karaoke night at the VFW.
I've been to the DFW thing with you, man. Nothing quite like two retired admirals singing Muskrat Love.
Well, maybe next time you can go in my place. I'm going back to Chicago tomorrow.
Oh. What's Wilson think about this?
He doesn't know yet. I figured I'd wait till after the Renaissance fair to tell him. I'm afraid bad news might affect his jousting.
What happened? You guys were having so much fun together.
We were at first, but now I'm feeling smothered. He wants to be with me every minute of every day. It's too much for me.
Well, have you tried talking to him about it?
No, it wouldn't do any good. Men in my family are very controlling.
Well, it doesn't seem right to skip out on the guy, no?
I don't think I have a choice. I believe it's the Bhagavad Gita that says a bird can only soar if the sky has no bounds.
Oh, yeah, I've seen it,
I'm sure you can understand how being so confined invalidates me, how it negates the very core of my being.
Oh, yes, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. The hardcore.
See, you do understand.
Oh, yeah, perfectly.
Why can't Uncle Wilson be like you? You know, you take in everything and then with a wise, knowing grunt, you convey your empathy.
Well, it's just something I do naturally,
If only every man was as evolved as you.
That's unfortunate, isn't it? Yes, it is. Hey, you're not going to believe this. I'm evolved. And, Willow is going to leave.
Oh my God, she's leaving? Wilson's gonna be
I
crying.
tried to talk her out of it. All she did was quote from Inagata Devita. I tried to...
Heidi, hither, and yon, good neighbors, how fare ye this glorious eve?
How fare we? We fare fine. How fare ye?
Well, Tim, I've got an hour to kill before the Renaissance Fair. How would you like to go in and show me the finer points of the Studebaker?
Oh, great idea. I've always said that there's nothing better for companionship than a car.
When have you ever said that?
Yeah? Why don't you take Wilson in the garage and show him how fulfilling his life will be now that he's going to be sharing it with a classic automobile?
Gotcha. Come hither. We will repair to my repair shop.
Very fine. Lead on, McTim.
There she is. This Studebaker by your side. Never any longer.
Yes, and we get it all fixed up. Willow and I can go on trips together.
Well, you could. But this particular model Studebaker runs a lot better with just one person in it.
You know, Tim, you and Jill have been acting strangely. Something very odd is going on around here.
You know, a lot of guys couldn't get away with that codpiece look. And you? Fantastic.
If there's something you're trying to tell me, what is it?
It's none of my business. You should talk to Willow about it.
Willow.
She's kind of unhappy.
That's all there is.
She feels like you're smothering her.
That's it.
I think she wants to leave. Leave?
Hi, how do you like my costume? Going as Mrs. Gutenberg.
I've never seen a lovelier Bible printer's wife.
Uncle Wilson, what's wrong? Sam, did you say something?
I didn't mean to. He was fiddling with his codpiece and just popped out. No. Let me rephrase that.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Uncle Wilson. I don't know how to put this. But there's this quote from Joseph Conrad.
The fat guy who played Cannon.
No, the novelist. He said, we live as we dream, alone.
Yes. And as the French essayist Montaigne said, in solitude alone can man know true freedom. You know what's interesting? speak real slow like that. French sounds a lot like English.
So, do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I do. And Willow, even though I want you to live your own life, there's something that I have to say.
What's up?
I really want you to consider the words of the Bible. He who is alone and fallen.
Hath not another to help him up. Ecclesiastes.
Everybody loves somebody sometime. Martin, comma, D.
Willow, I'm sorry I smothered you, but I'm just kind of new with this family.
So am I. I'm just not used to this much attention.
Willow, I'd like you to stay.
Maybe we should give this another chance.
And if you need advice, I'm right over there.
You know, Tim's a very wise man.
Oh, yeah.
Let's say you're working on your classic car in your own garage.
You're all hot and sweaty and you need instant refreshment. What do you reach for? Cheese!
Oh, not just any cheese. That's not
Cheese! Cheese is good!
Brought to you by new Colgate Total Enamel Strength.
Welcome to Tool Time on Location. All this week we're going to show you how to remodel and organize your garage.
And as you can see, this garage is crammed full of every object imaginable.
Well, there's one object missing. I think it's called an automobile.
That's right, the owner of this garage has a classic Studebaker, but because it's so crowded in here, he's got no place to put it.
First thing you want to do is start getting rid of the big objects. Like this totem pole.
No, I can never part with my pole.
This is my neighbor, Wilson. It's his garage we're trying to organize.
Oh, my old bagpipe. Well, to clean out your garage, you have to be willing to part with stuff.
That's right. So let's start with getting rid of this old bathtub.
No. That's my special tub right there. You know, in the Roaring '20s, my father used this to make bathtub gin.
I was explaining the duck without a liver and with the case of jaundice.
All right, well, why don't we dump this big lady?
Al, you do what you want with your mom. I'm trying to do a tool time show.
Now, hands off that statue, Al. That is a family heirloom. If that lady could only talk.
This tool time episode would take forever to do.
All right, well, how about dumping the tuba?
Yeah,
No way.
but the dog slept.
Don't be ridiculous.
The cannon.
Never.
How about something small?
No. These are the gloves I wore in my exhibition bout. Sonny, listen.
You were a boxer?
Oh, yes, indeed. Back then I was known as Sugar Wilson.
To your corners, fellas. Get your own punching bag. This punching bag is mine.
Well, sometimes to clear out your garage, first thing you have to get rid of is the owner.
Hi, welcome back to Tool Time and our special segment, Organizing Your Garage. Al has just installed the last of our cabinets.
As before, we used wood screws on the rails that run along the inside perimeter. As you can see, we built the lower cabinets extra large so they can fit even the most odd-shaped objects.
Like Al, he fits right in there. You can barely even see him. I can't get out of here. The best news is now we have room for the Studebaker. Cabinets are all finished now, Al.
That's right, it looks great.
Best of all, I think we did a good job of organizing Wilson's garage. What do you think?
Save for one minor detail.
Yeah. Tune in tomorrow for another special Tool Time, organizing a yard sale.